title. We are here, like I say, each and every Thursday. Is it Thursday?
Thursday.
There's Thursday, stuff like that. And I'm also discombobulated because my laptop is in the shop, so I don't know where anything's at right now. So I'm out here, yeah, like it's just my whole life this week has been a blur, and I know nothing going on. So Robert and I we have some topics we're gonna go over, what's going on in the marketplace and things like that.
Yep.
But today is a truly a show of misbehavior,
Okay.
information, resource sharing,
Right.
updating, and some of the sharing some of the things that we've learned in the last couple of weeks in regard to our market.
Right.
So because Robert said, "Hey, what are we talking about today?" I don't know. So I sent him a list of topics and stuff, and it's like we're prepared, not prepared, that kind of thing. Now, Robert said the first topic. I said, "Hey, let's talk about current trends." Okay, so current trends to me from the mortgage side are what mortgages are more relevant now versus 6 months ago, types of
Okay.
mortgages.
Right.
Okay. What kind of borrowers are more relevant now than 6 months ago? So let's start with the mortgages. What's changing right now in the mortgage industry? What kind of trends are we looking at?
I think that we're still in a pattern where a lot of people that you would have your traditional loans, have uh, everybody's already done that. That's
Yeah.
already happened. The
Right.
the the people that are trying to get loans and houses now are people that it was more difficult for them in the past, and we're still trying to, okay, you still got to work on this, this, and this to where we can get you to where you need to be.
Right.
Occasionally you'll have someone that just has to move, but they have to move and they're going to go anyway because their company's transferring them somewhere,
Right.
or you're doing a loan that you have to consolidate because you need to get money out of your, equity, for a business or something like that.
Right.
And those people have more traditional underwriting, but here lately it's been more difficult loans.
And you would think because it's quote unquote buying season that things would have gotten a little simpler.
I think just because rates going up a little, or
Yeah.
rates continuing to stay high, has people still on the sidelines going, well, I'm never going to get rid of this 2.99, 2.5,
Yeah.
2.2. It's like, well, yeah, but until you're going to have to at some point. I mean, no one's going to,
Yeah.
the average mortgage is 7 years.
Yes. You're
So
not gonna be there long.
they're going to be there that long.
Because
That you'll either get equity out and get rid of it,
yeah.
but now we do stuff where you can do a home equity line to cover the other debts. Or, depending on the numbers, it's all refis are only numbers. The,
Yeah.
the, the math is the math. They do their maths out or it doesn't work.
And the longest I've personally ever stayed in a house was 5.5 years. The
Yeah.
longest I've ever stayed in a house, 5.5 years. Because I would always like, okay, equity, let's go.
Yep.
Equity, let's go.
Okay, it's time to go. Yeah.
So, but now, one of the things that I wish you could have been there. I got invited to an impromptu meeting on Tuesday evening. All
Oh yeah.
right. And it was a church, but it wasn't at a church.
Oh.
Okay. It was a church invited me, but it wasn't at a church. It was at an office building. So I was good. But this is what we had. The bishop invited all these ministers and a few people in the real estate industry. And the bishop's goal is for everybody, all the ministers there, to reach out to their congregations and really, really try to inform them on why they should buy real estate and not get caught up in interest rate. This was the bishop saying that.
Interesting.
Yeah, he said, "Why are people not?" So we went around the room,
He gets it.
yeah, and so I said, when they asked me the question, I said, "Well, my thing is, it's unwarranted fear."
Yeah.
Okay, it's unwarranted fear. And he said, "Can you explain that?" I said, "People get so mesmerized by interest rate
Yeah.
that they don't look at anything else. So they've
Right.
been mesmerized and hypnotized by interest rate, and so they're not allowing themselves to see the forest for the trees."
Right.
Yeah, and he says, "Give me an example." I said, "Interest rates going up, and at the same time, the price of house is going up.
Mm.
So they're never going to be quite ready based upon that formula.
Right.
So you need to get in there right now, get your house, and start building your equity." Or he says, "So what about the people who don't want to sell their low interest rate, just like you just said?"
Yep.
I said, "They can sell their low interest rate, by a higher interest rate, but they can take that money and pay off all those high interest loans that they have, like
Yep.
their car notes and their credit cards and their plane tickets they've been buying all of. They can pay all that stuff off.
Vacations, whatever they
Yeah.
spent their
So
money
you
on.
have all these different things. So it's not like it's not a good time to buy. That's
Yeah.
why you got to reach out to Robert. It's a good time to buy if you have a longer view.
Yeah.
If you have a short view, interest rate, interest rate, interest rate, you're never going to get off the fence.
Well, especially if you're renting, because that 100% is higher than 7, and rates are a little bit lower than 7.
Yeah.
But 100% is higher than 7%.
Oh, absolutely.
6 point whatever.
Without any residual benefit.
Yeah.
No benefit whatsoever
No benefit.
in renting.
They're not gonna give you a penny back.
No,
You'll be lucky to get your deposit.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, being a former landlord, and I never gave a deposit. I find something wrong with you.
You didn't vacuum that room.
Wait,
$250.
bottom of that the oven. Oh,
Some of those people leave. they're like, I don't want my deposit. I'm gonna clean. You're like, oh,
exactly. So it's an absolute mess. But you have these different dynamics out there, and people just don't take that into account. You should be buying